Hi everybody, I'm Roxanne and I'm making this video and I'm going to share a little bit about Arbonne and the products and what it does. And I have my model here today. Her name is Sara. This is my sister and she is suffering from acne, as guys can tell. This is hormonal acne that she's suffering from. So this is her first facial ever. So I feel honored, by the way. But yeah, so we're gonna get started and I'm gonna show you guys and talk about, while making this video, talk about like what I'm doing, what the product's doing in her skin, and so on and so on. So let me lay her down. Okay, okay, there we go. Is that, as you guys know, this is not a facial table, so I'm just making the best of whatever I got because that's just what you gotta do nowadays. So excuse me if she's not laying completely flat, but she is comfortable. ¿Estás cómoda?
Sí.
So we're good to go, okay? All right, so the first thing that you want to start with is, obviously, is you're an esthetician, you know that you have to cleanse the face. Make sure that all the hair is out of her face. And she already has her hairband on, so we're good to go on that. I'm going to be using gloves today just because she does, like I said, she suffers from acne, and I really just, genetic wise, I just feel safer when we wear gloves. So let me put them on. Okay. So the cleanser we're going to be using first will be the Calm Cleanser, the daily cleanser that you can get online. It's called Calm. I don't know if you guys can tell. It looks like this. It's a pretty good amount too. It's about 5 ounces, I think, fluid ounces in here. So pretty good amount, and you can use it every day when you wake up and when you go to sleep. So twice a day. That's what I recommend all of my clients. Twice a day. Why? Because when you wake up, you want to make sure that whatever you have in your skin, because your skin has to breathe, you allow it to breathe through the night. And when you wake up, you're getting it ready, fresh for the makeup, whatever environment that you're gonna go into. So just one pump, and just like spread it through your hands. In this case, in my gloves. And then you want to start on the chin, okay? All right, and then the spreading movement, as you guys know, it starts neck, chin, nose, forehead, okay? And just the spreading movement. You guys will notice that I try to really blend it, so I'll be adding a little bit more water than usual, but that's because I really want it to like penetrate into her skin and spread evenly. I'm also going to be doing a lot of massage movements to her skin because I really want to cleanse her skin. Add a little bit more water. So right now I'm still just spreading the product to make sure that I'm cleansing her skin properly. And I'm focusing in the areas where she has the most breakouts. Now I'm going to go into her nose. forehead. And I'm not following any pattern right now. I'm just making sure that I'm spreading it evenly. Okay. You want to finish on the temples. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to remove it. So if you're an esthetician, you know that you have to use warm water on your client whenever you're cleansing. But in this case, I would suggest that you put it a little bit more colder, just because she is suffering from acne, so her skin is already inflamed. If you add any warm water to it, it's just gonna make it worse. And you don't want your clients to be sitting down at your table and leave the table with redness in her skin. The whole point of her having a facial is to help the skin, not to make it worse. And you at least want to give her countenance into her skin. I'm gonna go through her skin one more time, just removing the product that I just put into her face. So this will help you evaluate her skin and see what areas are more oily and what areas are dry. Because just because she has acne doesn't mean that her whole skin is oily. No. She can have oily skin in the outside area and be dry in her T-bone area, or it could be opposite. She's probably more dry in those areas, and that's why she's having breakouts. So don't judge the book by the cover. So I'm going to evaluate her skin now. So I do see that she is very oily. Like just now I have cleansed the face and the oil is just completely coming out already. Her skin is even shiny. Yeah, she's very shiny actually. Okay. She has some pustules, so you want to be careful with those. Yeah. Yeah. She's suffering from like really extremely hyper acne in her chin area. You know, her nose area is typically oily, but I don't really see oil coming out as fast as the other area, and I think that's why she is suffering. She's actually more dry in her teeth area, which is very rare to find because those areas are the most oily, but in her case, she's unique in that way. So what I'm going to try to do is focus on the area to use products that is going to benefit her from the oily side of her skin. So. Okay. Remove my gloves. And we're going to start the second cleansing. And the reason I changed gloves is because if there was any germs in those gloves from the first cleansing, they're not added into the second cleansing on her skin. Okay. And this time I'm going to be using a second cleanser. As my second cleanser, I'm going to be using from the RE9 Advanced line, and it looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see the writing. It's a very pretty bottle, okay? And the letters are gold. And if you don't see it, it's just it says smoothing facial cleanser, okay? I love this line, by the way. It's my favorite line. I know I don't need it, but I still love using it. I'm gonna use 2 pumps of those just because I think it's gonna do wonders, and I just love it. You don't need to use this much on your skin, but because she's enjoying herself, I'm just gonna, you know, pamper her extra today. Okay. And you notice that I always include the neck, and that is just because she doesn't have acne in those areas. Doesn't mean that you should leave it alone. It's just an extra thing to do, and it honestly is going really, for them, it's like going beyond their expectation. So by all means, it doesn't really take that long, and it just gives them that extra feeling of comfort and relaxation. So just go for it. I know some people charge extra for that, but honestly, I don't think they should. I think it should be included already in the facial. But that's just my opinion. And I apologize for the kind of shirt I'm wearing today, because it's like I'm trying to avoid from actually getting my sleeve touching her skin. So make sure you don't do that. But she's my sister. She's okay with it. Okay. And this foams very, very well, as you can tell. So you're probably gonna have to, with 1 pump, you're gonna have to put a little bit more water because it's very thick. It's very like strong and pure. So you don't need much. And it feels really good. Even though I'm wearing gloves, I can really feel like it's already cleansing her skin, like really, really good. It's like really digging in there. And if you're on the oily side, I suggest that you use a cleanser like this because that's what you want. You don't want any oil. It has to be oil-free cleanser. A lot of people are not even aware of that, but cleansers typically have oil in it to spread it. So make sure that you use a cleanser that is bubbly and it's like more of a detergent. And for those people who don't know what you need cleanser, and I know a lot of people are there not using cleansers, trust me, it's a must-have. It's like going to the laundromat and not using detergent on your clothes. It's not gonna get washed. A cleanser really just is like detergent for your skin, for your face. So it's just, you have to have it. Okay. Nose. I don't really focus in those areas just because I'll get to them eventually. But if you're really trying to do like what you're supposed to do, I'll show you the movement. You always start on the bottom with the neck. Then you focus on the chin, on the side of the nose, top of the nose, 5 movements. Switch to the other side. Bring the face up. And then the nose, top of the nose, to the forehead. And to the temples. Hold for 2 seconds and let go. And that's how you cleanse the face. Alright, I'm going to remove it now. To remove, you always want to start at the neck if you're including it. If not, you want to start at the chin. I think she fell asleep. Okay, maybe not. She's just really relaxing, which is exactly what you want your client to do. And if in case your client does fall asleep, don't worry about it. Continue doing as if they were aware. Don't take less steps, because you don't know at any moment they're going to wake up and notice that you were exactly in the same step that they were when they fell asleep. So don't try to take advantage of that, okay, you guys? Giving you guys little tips in there. Okay. And to cleanse the eyes, you want to come from the outer to the inner. Okay? That is the proper way, so you don't stretch the skin. And then you always, I notice a lot of estheticians don't care so much about the edges of the nose, and products get in there, you guys. You have to go in there, really dig in, okay? You don't want to leave any product. You don't want your client to be like, oh, she never cleaned that area, and she has to go to the bathroom and remove it herself. That's wrong. Don't do that. Even now, even though I just used the cleanser on her, her skin already feels refreshed. Looks refreshed. It looks clean. I mean, and I have even done all that extra stuff. So really, just cleansing your face can do a huge difference to your skin. Seriously. Okay. So now we've done the 2 cleansing. I'm gonna be using a toner on her. And I'm going to be using the RE9 Advanced line. And serum. There we go. Eyes closed. For this, you don't typically need to cover her eyes. But in this case, I just take an extra step and do that. Just because in case, something happens and they're opening their eyes, they don't get the toner like on their face, because then that'll be a big problem. You don't want product on their eyes. So just let them know and then spray. Te voy a echar un toner, okay? No vayas a abrir tus ojos, okay? Okay. Okay. Unevenly, and I got some of it in her lips, but it's okay. It won't damage her. And then grate a little bit. Okay, and then you just want to tap it into her skin, and you want to give a few minutes, maybe a minute or 2, to make sure it absorbs into her skin. And this will bring color to her face. You'll start noticing that her natural color is coming up in some areas. Okay, now that we did the toner, I'm going to use the serum, still from the RE9 line, Advanced line, and it's Sense Renewal Serum. That's the name of it, and it looks like this. Let me show you. It comes actually, and they come in this really cute bottles, you guys. It's amazing. I love them. And 2 pumpers of that. In the serum, I usually like starting on the eye area. And you never want to just like spread it on there or put it in your hand and spread it. You just want to do your finger. But it's like an extra massage for them, you guys. So It's an extra plus. And in case you guys didn't notice, I'm definitely nervous, so just FYI. The whole time I've been nervous, but I've been like playing it cool, so I'm alright. Okay, so I'm gonna add a couple more because I want it to spread on her forehead in those areas. Okie dokie. Alright, so we're done with that. And we're gonna use I'm gonna use the eye cream, which I should have used on the first place. So I apologize for that. Mira para arriba, por favor, sobre mí. So you wanna tell your clients to look up just because it helps to spread it under their eye, exactly, really into almost the inside of their eye. It gives them that little pump. Okay, cierra tus ojos. Moisturizer, daily moisture. Yeah. I'm gonna use. Okay. Okay. And that was enough for his face because we had already added all these extra steps and stuff into her skin. It actually, the moisturizer really spread like really quickly and evenly, so we don't need to add more than that. So probably just like one little drop or maybe two into your fingers. That's enough for your whole face. So it spreads really well. Okay. All right, you guys, and I believe that's the last step for today. I will be making more videos, and I will be making more videos in the future. I have my assistant here. She's trying to tell me something, so just hold on. Okay, so if you guys want to know more about Arbonne, what it's all about, and if you guys are interested in different products and like how it's gonna help your skin and so on, you guys can leave a comment on the bottom. Let me know, reach out to me. I will give all my info in this video as you guys usually get. And then just reach out to me. I will answer to you guys as soon as I can, and I'll be very honest. So as you notice, I did something very simple on my sister today. I didn't even do all this extra step that you usually get done in a facial, and that is because I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to do it at home. It doesn't take that long, and obviously it took longer today because I did the explanation steps and how to set up and so on and so on. But seriously, it's just 1, 2, 3 cleanser, and this is what I used. The cleanser, I used 2 cleansers today. So it really depends on what type, like what works for you. I would suggest the Calm Cleanser. You can never go wrong. If you have skin like me, which is like you get a breakout here and then, but if you have more like a daily breakout like my sister, then I would suggest 2 cleansers for you, which would be the Calm, you can never go wrong with that, and the RV9. So I love this line. I swear by it. It's really good. Again, my favorite line. And my sister will be, and I want to show you guys this. My sister will be using this product on her skin. I'm sorry about it's my sleeves again. Okay, so my sister will be using this product on her skin. And this is the Genius Intelligence, Arbonne Intelligence Genius. And this is what it looks like. Let me get closer so you guys can see it. Okay. That is the product that she's going to be using. And they come together. So pretty much the pads come in here. And you just, all you're going to do is put this inside there. Once you get it, you use it on your skin every day to remove whatever you have My sister, howsoever, she doesn't use makeup. Why? Because she was starting to use makeup and she noticed that her skin was inflaming and it was getting worse. So she thought maybe it's the makeup. I told her as an esthetician, your makeup has nothing to do with it. It's really how you, if you remove it properly and if you're taking the step to remove it properly. One of the things my sister doesn't know is that just using any cleanser doesn't help her. She was using an oily cleanser, which she just like, it's just cleansing. Isn't every cleanser the same? No, there's two cleansers, oil free and regular cleanser that has oil in it. Those are, the oily cleanser are for people who are more in the dry side. Why? Because during the winter they get very dry and they need them. So if you're putting oil on top of the acne, you're just adding a lot of chemicals. So your follicles are getting stuck and they can't breathe. So they're going to explode. Okay, and that's how you get acne. So you want to remove all that you can from your follicle and let it breathe. So that's why you need to cleanse in the morning and you need to cleanse at night before you go to bed. A lot of people like using night cream. If you're a night cream person, go for it. There's nothing, I have nothing against it, but I'm a huge believer that you should at least have one day where you wear nothing at all besides just a moisturizer and sunscreen if you're going outside. And if you're staying inside your house, just put moisturizer and that's it. Why? Because you want your skin to heal itself. If you're always putting product in your skin, you're not letting your skin breathe and you're not letting it do what it's supposed to be doing in the first place. That was my phone. So you want to have one day that you can do that. And if you're busy like me, you don't have a whole day to spend at home and not put anything in your face. So what I suggest is that you don't wear makeup for one day. Wash your face, put a cleanser, sunscreen, and get out of the house and do whatever you got to do. You come back into the house, wash it with the cleanser, let it breathe through the night. Don't put anything on. Let your skin breathe, even though it's just 12 hours. Let it breathe for 8, 9, 10 hours. Let it breathe, okay? Just while you're sleeping, it doesn't cost you anything. Another thing, huge thing. I had a lot of people were like, I don't know where I'm breaking out. I'm doing all the steps. Your sheets. How many of us sleep in the same pillowcase? And we don't realize it, but especially when you have oily skin, you're leaving that oil in your sheets. You're leaving it in your pillow. You're sleeping on the same pillowcase every night. And so when you come back, you can do all the steps to clean it. You're putting your face in that pillow. You're gonna break. And I have noticed a lot of people who have breakout just on this side, and they're like, I don't know, this side is perfect, but this side is breaking out. I don't know. I was like, what side do you sleep? And I find out it's the pillowcase. So make sure, you guys, to wash your pillowcases, even if you don't wash your bed sheets once a week, okay? Please wash it once a week. All right, so that's all for now. I wanna tell you guys that I have examples here that I got, and I like to give examples to my clients just because it gives them the opportunity to really try it for themselves. And at first, I just want to let you guys know they're gonna be like, no, I already have my own products that I use. You know, they're so good because they're so expensive. Just because they're expensive, you guys, doesn't mean that they're better than Arbonne. Swear to God. I was using products on my skin that was like really expensive, and I was like, no, I'm using the best product. I don't need Arbonne. I didn't want to hear anything about Arbonne until I had one of my friends give me a lot of examples, and she convinced me to try them. I was like, I'm just gonna try just to prove her wrong, because you know she's all about Arbonne here, you know. So I tried them, and at first I didn't see the difference. But why? Because I was so attached to my products that I was like, nothing's gonna beat my product. I already had that mindset, you guys. So I was like, no. So I came to her and I was like, you know, I used it and I don't like it. I don't feel the difference. I don't feel like it's doing anything with my face. It doesn't even have a smell, and it doesn't smell good to like convince me, right? And she's like, no, it's not about smelling good. Arbonne is all natural. It's not gonna have lavender in there. It's not gonna have, you know, perfume in there. Why? Because it's all natural. They want to really to give you a result. They're result driven, you guys. They're not trying to sell you a pretty bottle, even though, let's be honest, those bottles are pretty cute. But they're not just trying to sell you a bottle with less product in it and a huge amount of quality. Their products are a lot cheaper than other brands, just to let you guys know, and their quality is over the top. I mean, I was amazed. So I could continue to try it. I was like, okay, whatever, a couple more days, right? It won't hurt me. I try them, and you guys, no kidding, their product really like moisturized my skin. I was obsessed with the overnight cream, which I'm not an overnight person cream, but I was like using it every so often because I was like, this is too good. I feel like I'm fresh. I feel like I shouldn't even go to bed right now. I felt so like, you know, when you feel fresh, you feel like you're ready to take the day. That's what the product for me, and that's what sold me. It wasn't that it was coming from my friend. It wasn't because I was trying to make money. It's none of that. It was because the results, guys. That's what I was like, that's what I want for myself, and that's what I want to give every client that comes and sit at my table. So this is the first video of my sister. You guys saw her inflamed skin. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little more inside tour of her skin. So right here, she has hormonal acne, and that's how we're treating it. Exactly the steps I did today, those are the steps that she's going to take. I'm gonna be using the Genius, which I already explained to you guys, and I'll make another video of how to use that and like exactly the steps that she's be taking. But those are the first steps that you want to take in cleansing her skin properly, and all the routines that I just did, she's going to be doing herself. And the other side, she has acne on this side, and if you guys notice, she doesn't really have acne in her forehead, or in her nose, or in her bottom lip, and not a lot here either. She has more into the under of her chin, but not into her top of her chin. And those are the T-bone area. If you're a physician, you know that this is the T-bone, and those are the oily areas of the skin. But that's how you can also tell it's hormonal, because it's not on the T-bone areas. If it was on the T-bone area, it just means that she's having regular breakout. But if it's on the outside of the face, that's what is called acne. Okay, so this is all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will watch you guys next time. Bye. Ciao.